Pickleball is the fastest growing sport in America, with new courts popping up in communities all over the area. This explosive growth is leading, though, to more injuries. And while you may immediately think of strains and sprains, there's another risk you should never ignore: concussions. So joining us now are Dr. Beth McQuiston and Tom Webb, the Chief Marketing Officer for the Association of Pickleball Players, to share the latest of the craze here and also concussion prevention. Thank you all for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, let's get to this, since it's such a popular sport. $400 million in healthcare costs due to pickleball-related injuries. It really seems startling. So share with us why Abbott and the Association of Pickleball Players are here to talk about this issue.
Tom and I are thrilled to be here today in honor of National Concussion Awareness Day, which is September 15th. Abbott helped found a Concussion Awareness Now coalition made up of 20 different organizations, all focused on bringing attention and awareness to concussions. And the other thing that we do is focus on trends, and one of the biggest trends sweeping the world is, of course, pickleball.
And the Association of Pickleball Players, better known as the APP, the organization that I'm here representing today, is part of that growth, helping drive the millions of people who are now playing pickleball. I think it's worth giving a bit of context to that number that you outlined at the top of this, which is that nearly 50 million adult Americans have now played pickleball in the last 12 months. So I think when you consider that large volume of people who are playing, it's inevitable there's going to be some risks, some injuries that go along with that, and we're here today to help people understand how to play pickleball more safely.
That is great. And before we get to the safety measures, why do you think it has just exploded? It has grown in popularity so quickly.
Well, I know it's growing in your area, and I know that it's growing not just across America, but worldwide too. And I think there's probably three reasons why that is the case. The first one is fun. Everybody who plays pickleball says that they have a lot of fun. The APP conducted some research recently, which established that over 75% of people who play pickleball say that they do so to have fun. So that's one of the big reasons. I think there's two others. One is adaptability. It's a game that you can adapt to very quickly. It's a low cost of entry. Once you get on court, you find yourself very quickly being able to enjoy playing a rally, being able to win some points. So I think that that's one of those things that gives people a sense of achievement, that they can be quite good quite quickly. Big step from that up to being at a pro level, which you can see those players competing on the APP tour. But I think that the third piece of this is really about sociability and community. Everybody who plays says that they have fun, they have a great time, and it's an opportunity to meet new friends, hang out with family or friends, both indoors and outdoors, like at the venues you have in your area, and to be able to have a lot of fun doing so.
Yeah, now for the few times I've played, it has been fun. For those already playing pickleball or wanting to try it, thinking about it, how can they help prevent injuries and then eventually treat injuries?
Well, the best injury is no injury, and there are several things you can do to minimize your chances of getting injured and maximize your chances of having fun. Number one, of course, would be getting enough sleep the night before, followed by making sure you're hydrated, you warm up, you're stretching, and most importantly, don't be a hero. Don't lunge for that point. It's all about enjoying the game and not getting injured.
Right. And if you do happen to get injured, what are some concussion signs and maybe symptoms should pickleball players watch out for?
Well, it's interesting because we call concussion an invisible injury. When someone sprains their ankle, you can see their ankle and they can feel that it hurts. With concussion, it can be tricky. So there are some common signs and symptoms that people can look out for, and these can either happen right away or later. Number one would be if you're just not feeling yourself, right? You feel off, or headache. Also nausea, vomiting, reaction time testing can be off, balance, memory problems, and things such as not being able to sleep or just feeling irritable. Most importantly, when in doubt, check it out.
I would just add as well, don't try and walk it off. If you've had some sort of issue playing pickleball or doing any kind of activity, go and seek professional help. I think that's a key message.
Yeah, that's a good one to remember too. Anything else that you all want to let us know before we let you go and maybe, hit a few balls on the pickleball court?
Well, we have a lot of information online. You can go to concussionawarenessnow.org or checkyourmelon.com. And of course, please engage in the conversation on social with #MelonPledge.
And if you want to find out more about pickleball, go to theapp.global.
All right, Dr. Beth and Tom, great talking with you today on Studio 3.